Hey everybody, it's Plant Doctor Emily back at it with another repotting vlog for you guys today. Last time, if you remember, we did a lovely little mint monstera. Today's project is going to be a little bit more spicy. We have my lovely coworker's cactus that is in dire need of some attention. So I'm going to show you how to handle some trickier repots and how to navigate those spines without messing up your hands. Another thing that I would like to go over today is pot selection. Last time when we repotted, we used a different size nursery pot, but we have so many awesome pots here at Moana. Why not up your game and get a really nice ceramic or terracotta pot? Today, I have chosen this really nice Berg's terracotta pot. I love using terracotta for cactus and succulents because it wicks away any excess moisture. Since these guys don't love having wet feet, making sure that you have something porous like terracotta is a great way to go, especially if you're a chronic overwaterer. Got my eye on you, use terracotta. It's gonna be a lifesaver. I only went up a little bit in size, probably about 1 inch in diameter from its former pot to the new pot. Also because cacti have typically smaller, shallower root systems, so we don't want it to be too loose in its new home, and that can also lead to problems like fungus gnats, which I'm sure you're thinking about going into fall, as well as just being another contributing factor to overwatering. So today, let's see if I can save my hands from getting hurt. You know, there's lots of things you can do to be safe when you're repotting a plant. Gloves is always best. I don't have my gloves today, so when in doubt, bubble wrap is your best friend. What we can do here is I'm gonna try to grab the plant by the base. I don't wanna try to grab it from up here, even though there's less spines up here. If I try to grab it from up here and pull, it's gonna break. And I don't want my coworker to be mad at me. So we're gonna go for no breaks today and just grab it from the base. It can also be helpful. We see the soil's pretty dry. Sometimes if you water the soil in, especially if it's been in the pot for a while, you can work around the soil a little bit once it's wet and try to push it into a shape that'll be easier to pull out. So I'm gonna give it a couple pries. If it doesn't come out pretty easily, then I'm just gonna go ahead and give it some water and try to move the soil out. But I'll just grab towards the base. You can see it's starting to give, but again, I really don't want to pull it's more of a wiggle, more of a dance, if you will. Takes two to repot. Yeah, that's about as far as I can safely get it. So you'll see we've got, you know, a little bit of give on the sides, but again, this guy's very special and I don't want to cause any problems. So I'm going to go ahead and take my favorite tool, a hori knife. These guys are incredible tools. They have a very flat blade that is serrated on one side. So it's really good for slicing roots that might be compact, but it is also really good at just giving you a nice flat edge. So I'm going to push it in at the very edge of the pot like that, so as to avoid pushing in on the roots too much. So I'm just going to kind of push it in there, lift a little bit. Let's see if I can get it onto a nice bubble wrap landing pad. We'll make it easier to pick up once we get it out of the pot. Worst case scenario, if you're not partial to the pot that you're using, you can always break it, but I'm not gonna do that today. I'm not gonna do that to this beautiful little ceramic pot. It's got a wall mount on it, so that's pretty cool. You don't come by those a lot. But if it were me and I was spending this much time on a repot, I'd probably just break it by now. But there we go, freedom. And now you have another pot, since you didn't break it, to use for another plant. So go buy another plant, fill up your house. There we go. Root system intact, I'll have you notice. Not a single broken root on that. I'm just gonna loosen up the bottom of the root ball just a little bit. Again, cacti, you can see how small the roots are. They're so tiny. So I don't wanna break it up too much like I would with a monstera. It's also not totally root bound, so you don't really have to break them up so much. Set that aside because that's about where I want it. Got my new pot ready, and we're gonna mix up a very nice chunky desert soil mix today. So I've got my soil base down here. Ah, nice and moist, so it's easy to work with. I'm just gonna get about a scoop or two of that. And look at this scooper. This is the best tool ever, man. Awana Lane has the best tools at our repotting bench. Next, I'm gonna take a handful. Look at this jumbo perlite. That is just the biggest perlite chunks I've ever worked with. Really good though for making a nice dry soil blend. And see, this is why I don't use gloves, because you'd miss out on all the nice mixing with your hands. You know, little ASMR action and sensory fun. What's the fun in gardening if you're not playing in the dirt, you know? Okay, but this is what we want to see. We want to see those chunks kind of evenly distributed through the soil. And I'm always line the bottom of the pot first. That way, your root system has room to grow downwards rather than just at the sides. So you'll see, I also make a little dip in the middle for my roots to go. And now we're just gonna place him so that he's centered in the pot how we want him to be. And then fill from there. And I'll give it a twist, because you always want to make sure that you fill up all the sides as you go. If you fill in from one side and push it down first, what's going to happen is you're going to push the plant and the roots to one side, and then you're left with this skewed plant in the pot. So to make sure that it's centered, not only do you want to hold it for stability, but you also want to put a little bit in at all of the sides before you start packing it down. But now that I've got my soil to where I want it, I can start gently pressing down with my fingers, just enough to settle the soil a little bit. Notice how I've left the original top of the soil from our original pot exposed. That's a good indicator to make sure I'm not burying it too deeply. Succulents, again, they're very fleshy plants. They store a lot of water in their stems down here. So if I bury it too deep, it's not gonna like that. It's gonna be too much water. It's gonna lead to rot and just all sorts of issues that you don't wanna have happen. So that's my good indicator that it's at a level that I want it to be at. Our next step is to water it in. I don't care what plant you're repotting, you always water it in unless you're trying to recover it from root rot. You could have, you know, the most finicky cactus plant ever, and you're still gonna wanna give it at least a little bit of water after you repot it so that it fills any air pockets. Air pockets in your soil, if they stay there, lead to desiccation at the roots. So this is just making sure that even though we did compact it with our fingers, this will also make sure that it settles all the way down and make sure you get a nice even soil texture. So always water it in unless you're recovering from root rot. But I'd say that looks pretty nice, but I'm not quite finished yet. I've got this awesome decorative desert rock mix that I'm going to use to line the top of the pot, because it'll just give it more of that desert charm. Decorative rock like this is also great for terrariums, or if you're making a nice planted gift for somebody, you know, give it a little character, because the dirt is very nice, but we want to elevate that look just a little bit as a thank you to my lovely coworker who has given me this amazing project. That way, when she puts it in her home, she doesn't have to look at that dirt. She just sees this lovely little cactus that looks like it's been meant to live in this pot forever. So there we go. There's our happy little cactus friend. You can always visit any of our 3 stores for repotting adventures of your own, whether you want help from our lovely staff who are more than happy to jump in on those tedious or tricky projects. Or if you want to repot them yourself, you're welcome to bring in your own plants, materials. We also have plenty of pots and soil for you to shop from. As well, if you just want to bring a pot and need a new plant, we've got tons. So all 3 of our stores have great repotting benches and lovely staff who would love to see you bring in your plants. So we'll see you guys next time.